Greetings and salutations, my fellow Entropians. How you doing? This is the Deeds and Shares Payout Show Weekly for Entropia Universe. We're here at New Treasure Island on Calypso. And we're going to do the show here because I got a couple of announcements to make, but we'll get into that in a second. But wow, Merry Mayhem is full swing. I love Merry Mayhem. It's my favorite, mostly because the mobs are actually animal looters. Like, you just loot them with the animal looter, and everything's hunky-dory there. A lot of grinding involved. Man, it's been a heck of a grind. I'm so busy doing the grind. I can show you. We got stage 7. Well, that's the daily, but we're on stage 9. And so many repeat codexes of the Merry Creatures. I think it's just absolutely amazing. 24. It's got to be like my highest, like straight up like my highest. And some of the loot's actually pretty good, but very, very, very rare. We have the Ember Aegis Chip, which is bonkers actually. It's incoming healing increased by 4% and max health increased by 4%. Stacking up to 5 times. That's 20%. And yeah, it lasts quite a while. 300 seconds to like 5 minutes. And if it's stacked up to 5 times, once a stack it like depletes, it goes down to the next stack level and it lasts for 5 minutes and goes down to the next and lasts. So once you get this thing up there, you got like 5 minutes and let it drop to 4. Let it burn through a little bit of 4 to the last minute. Hit it again. You're all the way back up to a full stack of 5. And yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And it's like 1 peck per use. If you put the ARMatrix on it. I got a Delta amp on it, and it does absolutely nothing. But increase the ammo burn. Yeah, I might be taking that off, but you also got the another chip type. You got the Ice Shield, which is, man, I was actually able to tank level 10 Decabas with it. Increased physical damage and burn damage by 75. In other words, anything that does physical damage, which is most everything in the game, except for like robots and stuff, was going to do physical damage. It's 75. So I can probably tank a lot of stuff now. Also, it takes like 1 peck per use. I need to put an extender on this, but yeah, I mean, it's rare. It's very rare. I bought mine, so a very nice bid war for the Ember Aegis Chip. Absolutely crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry. My bad. We're supposed to be talking about the Deeds and Shares today. Okay, I understand. You're a little bit upset with me. I got you. Alright, land area income. Looks like Arcadia Moon has went ahead and did 1 payout this week. And the Arcadia Underground with 4. Arcadia Underground's always been pretty good, and when you take a nice big long look at how the prices keep going with the two right here, we got the Arcadia Underground deed price, and we got the market value for the Arcadia Moon. Let's just be real. The Arcadia Moon, it's paying out 1. Sometimes it will pay out that 2, and this is why, you know, a lot of people are not really digging the moon and haven't ever since I dipped it out. When was this? I guess right around here, right? Within the last year. It was trading pretty high. Because, I mean, I bought in, managed to get several good ones over here, under 20, the first dip, and then I went on a buying spree until it reached up to here, and, you know, it was good. whenever I did a lot of the buying, I managed to help push the price up with Baffy. And if you don't know Baffy, he does a lot of trading and stuff like that. And so I pretty much gave him a lot of money. And then once I got the scintillator, I was like, man, I don't know. So I waited like a day or so, and then I started dumping because I just I wasn't feeling this, like 1-pack payouts every week. That puts on par with like most of the shares, and most of the shares are like under 10 at this point. And that's not a bad thing, but the Arcadia Moon being where it is currently, it has to maintain at least 2 payouts every single week to justify even being at 20. Okay, that's what it has to do, but it doesn't. But yet it's still at 20, and that's because most people bought it at the top from like 50 to 60 pet a pop, and it just did not work out. There's still a lot of work to be done on the moon, and I just don't like where it's at, and it's just never really been great. But it's trading a pretty stable right now, just a little bit above 20, and a little bit actually hitting 20 sometimes. That's because, you know, even though, you know, Baffy took a nice big hit, he is managing to ease up and get a little bit of profits, and some people are actually getting a little bit of a retail up to like 24, which is not that bad, but it doesn't maintain a good value at 24 when there's still a lot of downside pressure. And it looks like for the most part, you know, the rock bottom price is about 20. Sometimes it will dip a little bit lower, but that's just trying to maintain the market status quo at 20 just to make sure it has some sort of value. But you can see that there is a little bit of a profit margin in trading the Arcadia Moon. Will Arcadia survive the Great Extinction event? I don't know, man. I really don't. But whenever it has weeks like this, I'm not a big fan. But it is what it is. Now, when it comes down to the Arcadia Underground, though, it's a lot different story. Wow, it looks like it made a nice little dip to 45 right there. Somebody's just liquidating themselves, and they're just going for the quick, fast sells. Wow, that's crazy. But it happens. It happens with everything. If you want to sell out, you can sell out really quick. It's really easy. Just price it really low and don't give a crap to your money. And the only downside to that is it affects most of the values unless a lot of competent people will come and basically be like, no, that's not where it should be. It needs to be higher. And then, you know, to maintain prices in the market, there has to be a reasonable amount of trading done. There are people behind the scenes, like unnamed people for the most part, that are just, this is what they do, man. They're patient, they wait, they might hunt a little bit in between, and they take a quick little look at the market every once in a while and maintain a good position. But you got to remember, if you want prices to be higher, you have to push that markup higher. You have to buy a little bit higher. And not just once, not just twice, but consistently over time. And, you know, for the most part, if the opposite happens, which a lot of times it does, you get prices like this, which is the Arcadia Moon. Prices went from high to low because, you know, a lot of downward pressure keeps piling up, and then people look at it and be like, well, this is the price now. And it works with all items, honestly. Every single item in the game. A lot of people look at the market, and the market is, this market graph is like tried, true, and tested, but of course, prices can change depending on demand and if people are willing to pay a little bit more for something. which will bring us into our next little subject here in just a second, but I'm pretty sure you're wondering what it is because we just announced it at the beginning. But I don't know, when it comes down to the Arcadia Underground, I think it's healthy. I think it's fine. You got the yearly average markup at 64, 57, this week 53, and for the day 56. But as you can tell, I mean, it's still above 50, which is great. If you have faith in Arcadia, that Arcadia will stick around for the long term, which, you know, most likely they might. Like, I really think that everybody's going to play ball. Ain't nobody's planet going to get extincted or whatever. Despite the threats, I think everybody's going to end up playing ball. But if not, I mean, this is just, these are dead to me until, like, I find out that they're playing ball. But until then, it's like, this seems a little bit too risky of a bet, and I'm out. And that's pretty much where we're at. But, you know, if you want to take that risk and get some of these, I mean, on paper, this looks like a good investment. Actually, even the Arcadia Moon might actually do it, but we would need a lot more players in the game and a lot more investment into the Arcadia Moon. Investment being go there and hunt, but I'm not going there. I'm not the biggest fan of Arcadia. I'm sorry, guys. Arcadia is great for lower level players, though. And apparently it's actually a great place for skilling now that they added new instances. But that's neither here nor there. But got a little something to tell you before we go into the shares. I have been trying to get my material designer skill up for quite a while now. And right as of well, there's a tree noise. Right as of now, I'm at that level. I am definitely at that level where I can start to craft a pretty good amount of stuff. We got the material designer almost about to hit level 20. That gives me access to Dacaba skins. I'm able to turn Dacaba skins into textures now. Almost. I'm almost there. I got to probably do a run over to next island and stuff like that. But what does that mean for you? Well, there is a certain mob type that we all probably love, and it is the Cornicada. I can now take their skins and make some nice, lovely stuff out of them. And I'm still down with getting some Exosar skins, Snable Snot, Snark Snot, Sabakuma, Cornudos, Codex or whatever those things are, the punies, but like you gotta get it from the real stuff. All those skins, Combibo skins. So if you have some, throw them up on the market. I ideally only want like 120%. That's how much I want to pay. I'm not gonna person-to-person trade you at all. I'm just gonna buy it off the market. So 120% around that, and we'll see where we go from there. But all these mob skins are now on the table, and I would hope that would help out the lower level players in the game to be able to hunt and maybe get a little something back for their hunting of these particular mobs, which all these mobs are good. And honestly, if you come to New Treasure Island and kill these Cornicadas, I think they might share the same stuff about mainland, the same loot table, but I don't know, there's just something about these Cornicadas here that are absolutely amazing. There's some way across the way as well. But yeah, just go get some Cornicada skins, throw them up on the auction house, and it doesn't matter who you are in the game. I don't care if you're hardcore, if you have some, throw them on. I'll see if I can't buy them. And texture stuff with them. Most likely, we might be doing some more Lorespade Luxury events on Land Area 44 and Mutation Station on Arcadia, if I decide to actually go. But those are Douglas Marijuana and Slump Dogs land areas. They are sock mates of mine. And we might do some Lorespade Luxuries. or I'm going to slap some textures on some Sleipnirs and place them in the auction house for bid only for 24 hours. So watch out for that if you want some really nice stuff. Make a bid. Right now, I'm going to crash the Sleipnir market. I swear I will. But let's go ahead and get into the shares really quick. All right, this week, Ancient Greece did not pay out. Calypso Land Deeds Trust went ahead and went with 3 PEC per share, baby. Oh, yeah. Crystal Palace did not pay out this week. New Treasure Island went ahead and paid out 1 PEC per share. Rocktropia surprisingly came into the batting house and struck a home run with 2 PEC per share this week. Oh, yeah. That's right. It happened again. And that's a good thing for Rocktropia. I kind of want to get into some of those shares. And Triton actually paid out 1 PEC this week as well. I've been doing a little bit of trading on the side here lately. So I've been learning a little bit more about these markets here. And the trading is kind of been interesting to say the least this week. But slight downturn on Ancient Greece for this week. It started kind of strong throughout the week, but then there was a little bit of extra selling pressure on it, so it kind of took the price down just a hair. But it went all the way down to 850, and there was like 30 there. That was last night. It was sitting there for a minute. I was just staring at it. I'm like, I don't have the ped right now. I have to do the show first. But I'm glad somebody scooped those up for cheap. But right here we got 884, which was, I guess I sold that at 877. And we can see that it's kind of right around that same area now. 880, 885, 887. These guys right here can probably get knocked out at some point. If not, I'll just add some orders on top of these and then see what happens throughout the week. But if somebody did knock these out, we would be sitting around 892. But being said, I've been putting a little bit of sell pressure on the market. I can probably tell you right now, I probably wouldn't take this down too much lower than 875 completely. To be honest with you, I think it's fine where it is. It is actually steadily just going up right now, even with a little bit of that sell pressure. But there is a lot to Ancient Greece, and there is a lot of available shares at the end of the tunnel. It's just a lot of people want to try to stay liquid. They want to kind of suppress the shares of all these types, except for Calypso. The Calypso is a little bit different. Rocktropia is different, and Triton's a little bit different. But so you only got the Ancient Greece, Crystal Palace, and New Treasure Island at current moments, and they're all around about the same price, above 850. I think even New Treasure Island, yeah, that's even above. And the thing is about that, a lot of people do want to keep in mind that a lot of people bought most of these shares for 10, with the exception of Ancient Greece. Only half, a little bit more than half, are still available at 10. And that's a little bit concerning for me and everybody, but eventually there is going to be a shakeout of most of the hands that will just sit there and play around at 8 something and just try to sell. Eventually it's just going to end up in the hands of like someone like me with 5,000, 10,000. There's probably people out there with 20,000 or more. Some people, you'll never know. But it is pretty important to know that there is still a lot of shares available at 10. But to get to that point, does Ancient Greece deserve to get bought out? I would like it if the players did get their hands on all of these, so we could be getting more back as players. And it is what it is, but it's not like that right now because no one really wants to buy it at 10 when there's such good juicy options to trade it here low. And because we got so much that has been gotten at a low price, I guess 847, which is kind of the low point, right? Except for like the flukes, every once in a while you get something dripping down, so you gotta take a look at the red line. And what we got on the red line is pretty self-explanatory. That's what graphs are. But 851, I would not take it below that, honestly. It deserves to be a lot higher, especially being that we're coming into ancient Greece actually working to improve everything. There's a big daily chain. That I love the tattoo. I love some of the items coming out, and there's always room for improvements. So let's hope for all of that in the future. Here pretty soon we're probably going to be getting Unreal shares. Unreal Engine is right around the corner. You can feel it with all the stuff that's going on. So be excited, boys. Be excited. But in Calypso news, I've kind of noticed a pretty big trend here for Calypso in the last 2 weeks. There's been a lot of selling pressure with some people just wanting to get out of the market really fast. I think 2652, I want to say that the person was at the rig and he just like said, this is a great opportunity to just buy these really cheap. I don't know if they were his, but I think he was talking about making a lot of money off of it. But he sold like 225. I managed to get 10 of them. You know, sometimes, you know, people are going to liquidate and there's nothing you can do about it other than buy it. And but there has been a great big trend that has taken Calypso Land Deeds from where they were to lower. You can see it right here at the ass end of this graph. But it's been dipping down lower. And this is the monthly, so this month the highest it's gotten up to is 2952. But we've seen a lot of action going lower. I think this was during pretty much around my that's my birthday. It's dipped down to 27s, and there's a lot of volume now because people are acknowledging the fact that yes, this is a deal. Let's go ahead and grab this, but you got to understand, you are looking because of the fact that there was a huge dip down to 2751 right here. With 2,000 that were picked up by probably, I'm going to say, multiple different people, and that triggered a lot of stuff around that price. Then you even had even further dips down to 26, 50, or 84. Like all these little dip downs right here was all just a buying opportunity and somebody just wanting to liquidate really quickly. And now this is why you got such a genius spread going on at 27.33 through 27.87. I would be more comfortable going 27.87, but you know, it was a lot higher earlier, but now it's not, and the reason is a lot of selling. But it going down is not a bad thing. Honestly, yeah, if you bought it up here at 28.50, if you bought it over here at 29.67, if you bought it up here at 36 per share, yeah, you're gonna feel this pain down here at 27. But the only answer to getting your money back or whatever is to buy more. Dollar cost that average right all the way back down, and bring your average down to where it's manageable. And if you've been liquid this entire time and just now looking into the market, dollar cost average your way down. If it's going to go down, you got to keep in mind that this actually started at probably like 1,000. I wasn't here for that. I was buying at like 1,500, 1,750. You know, that's when I got in, and now look, I mean, I've doubled my money on most of the 1,000 shares that I bought at that price, and now I got more. probably at that high price. So I got a dollar cost average a little bit to bring that down even further. But lower prices are not a bad thing, especially being that Calypso Land Deeds been paying out like 2 PEC per share every single week for the most part, and now it's Mayhem and it's only paying out 3. It should be paying out a lot more. I don't know what the deal is, but I would assume that maybe there is less players in the game. I heard that there's a lot of people having hardware issues and they can't log in due to updates to the game. Once we switch to Unreal, there's probably going to be even more people that can't log in. It is what it is. Stop playing on a potato. It is time to upgrade, and at least you're not having to upgrade to Windows 11 like some people like me. But that's a scam. Microsoft, F you. But Calypso Land Deeds, man, it is not bad. It is not bad. It is getting dark. It's getting dark and starry up in here. I like that. We're gonna look at Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is a really weird one right here, but oh, what we got here? 200 at 867. Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I guess there has been a lot of selling down. Crystal Palace been doing all right. We have like seen a good uptrend in the last couple weeks, and that's given a little bit more of a room to grow. But I've seen a lot more selling pressure. When I say selling, I mean like dips in the market, because everything's actually traded on this market. Like when there's a buy, there's a sell. When there's a sell, there's a buy. It's a trade. But you're trading PED for shares, and some of this is like, once you get like what, a 613, like 196 shares sold or traded right there, it kind of makes it go dippy-de-doo, because that person wants to flip it fast, and they'll flip it for like a few percentage points higher to make sure that they get a profit, or they'll hold on to it. I don't know, but it's psychological, and because a lot of people like to trade based off of this graph. And 870, 872, 873, that's going to change a little bit, but the prices right now are pretty stable. There isn't a lot of actual trading throughout the week, though. These prices are still too high for a lot of people to even consider even buying in, but there are still a little bit of nibbles here and there, which is probably, you know, people that are just buying in slowly over time, dollar cost averaging, like getting a nice globe and be like, I want to save a little bit of this and just get like a couple shares at a time. That's a great sign. I mean, just having a little bit of extra liquidity run through these markets is always nice. It would be a little bit nicer if there was a little bit more buying, but there isn't, and that means that the price is probably okay. A lot of people want to hold on to these because they know that these things have seen better days, and as you can see, the better days were all the way up here, but it's a little bit more manageable now, and it's gone down. So if you're new to Deeds and Shares, perfect time to start buying in. I don't foresee these things going down too low unless somebody really needs liquidity like really quick. So I don't know, but I do like to hold on to these things. They are pretty nice. As you can see, we've gone up a few shares from last week. We've got 5,000 Ancient Greece, 2,320, and Calypso Land Deeds, even a few extra Crystal Palace. So I've been providing a little bit of liquidity too. I've been doing a little bit of trading, been buying a lot, selling and buying back, and trying to arbitrage from the higher to the lowers, which is New Treasure Island. It was low earlier right through here, but it looks like there's been a lot more trading at a decent price. Now this right here, 848, and there's 366 on volume right there. So somebody got a really nice deal here recently, and it's kind of shook the price down a little bit, the trend line just down just a little bit. So we got 846 right through here, And for the weekly, it's been at 847. So I mean, it's been going down a little bit, but as far as the monthly, we're still at 846. So, like, people are kind of like really sticking to what's going on right here. But as you can see, I mean, as this times out for the year, we're looking, let's see, until probably February the 11th, prices for New Treasure Island are going to be going up on the average price. This entire little dip right here is going to be gone out of the 1 year standings, and you're going to be looking at higher prices. So keep that in mind. If we don't dip down again and we stay relatively stable, this yearly price is going to go up, and it's going to shoot up a lot, because this is a lot of time right here. So just be wary of that. As far as the week, we're looking at 846, which is not that bad, but it's still a lot higher than this average right here. But as we get more time in, I know that this little downtrend right here might look a little bit concerning, but it's actually not a bad thing. New Treasure Island still remains to be one of my absolute favorites. That's why I have a lot of them. And I'm probably going to go ahead and get like 10k of them. I like this every single week. It kind of pays out. Who is that? Who is that? Oasis. Oasis is hunting. Ha 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 ha. All right. And what do we got? What do we got here? Rocktropia. What did Rocktropia do? So Rocktropia still remains to be like really high up there, man. It did pay out double, so that puts it around like the 20 mark, but not really, because it usually, I would estimate it to be around maybe 15 at the bare minimum, but it is showing double on the charts. I mean, that's mostly because there's not a lot out there, but it is what it is. I mean, this was when Never Die was just giving some away, and there's like a lot of trading, a lot at 20, but it was mostly given, I guess. Well, I don't know. This is a lot. But even with Codex, I just don't know if it's going to be worth like this much, but it is. I mean, it would be nice to think. If we get more players, I mean, Rocktropia is going to be a great place to go, especially for new players. But will it generate income based off of that? Probably not. But I know a lot of viewers still go up there too. I need to really go to Rocktropia, honestly, but I still can't justify a 30 ped price for Rocktropia. I just can't do it. It's not for me. But the Triton Industries, man, I wish they'd go ahead and release the rest of the batch to the player base, but I guess there's like an individual owner out there. It's like, no, I like the way this is going. I'm getting paid, and a few of us are getting paid every single week. So I don't know. I mean, at 1 peck per share every single week, and it is pretty much hit it almost every single week. There's just a handful of times where it did not pay out. It does not justify a 15, but the amount of shares that are out in circulation amongst the player base kind of does. I don't like it. I'm not buying any, and it's kind of up there with Rocktropia for me in price to earnings ratio. I'm just not the biggest fan. I'd rather take 2 payouts a month off of something that's worth 8 ped a week, or 8 ped a share, and just, you know, I'd rather take that than 15 to just get a peck a week. You know, same with Rocktropia, except for even more extreme on the price. But just keep in mind, we still got new shares that they have put up, but have not given any information about on the forums that I know of, or anything going on like that. But Shakara, Genesis Star, and Omegaton, Howling Mine, and what's the other one? Secret Island or something. I think Never Die still holding on to those, and we still got. Hyperion Enterprises, nothing on that. But you know, Genesis Star and Shakara and Omegaton might be the reason why Calypso is not paying out as much as it should, due to decay or whatever. Because you know, I think Calypso works off of decay as well, and that might these things might be draining a little bit of this. It's a possibility, but or it's the oil that's dropping off the. I don't know, but honestly, I can't wait to get my hands on some of these shares right here. I hope that they're going to be promising. But I'm pretty sure MindArc is just testing them right now, so they're not really releasing them. And I think that they're testing them mostly because they don't know exactly how much they're going to pay out or anything like that. So they might actually have to adjust the shares to realistically give payouts every week. So just, I guess, bear with them in a way. I don't know. But it's going to be really exciting when they do come out. I can't wait. But that's pretty much it, guys. The Deeds and Shares show. We're hanging out. Just keep in mind and remember, I'm probably going to be buying skins throughout January, maybe February, maybe up until Easter Mayhem. And to be looking out for some textured Sleipnirs and some Lorespade Luxury events. Maybe I'll probably announce those in streams and other videos and stuff like that. Sorry I've not been making too much content. Too busy grinding, man. I'm in this game for like every day, all day. I'm like here, man. I'm just not making too much content, but you at least get the Deeds and Shares show every week as the bare minimum for the channel. So I hope that you're okay with a little bit of that. I can't wait to make the next hunting for markup. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flippity floppity. So, bye.